Eject.
Hey guys, and welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. This is Debbie, and we are back with another episode of Paralegal Reacts. More specifically, today we will be talking about Britney Spears and the Free Britney movement. So if you're unfamiliar with the Free Britney movement, Britney has been under conservatorship for the past 12 years, and there's going to be a hearing tomorrow, actually, to discuss the future of her conservatorship. But before we get into that, let's go backwards a little bit and start off with what exactly a conservatorship is and why an adult would need one. An adult conservatorship in California allows a person to make legal or financial decisions for an incapacitated person. A person asking for the conservatorship requests the court to appoint themselves or another responsible person, which is the conservator, to care for another adult, the conservatee. In this regard, there are three different types of an adult conservatorship in California: conservatorship of the estate, of the person, or both the estate and person. Britney has been under conservatorship for the past 12 years, and the reason they cite this is dementia, which is one of the prerequisites to obtain a conservatorship. Dementia is usually suffered by elderly people. So how can someone of Britney's young age have dementia? The truth is, dementia in itself is not a diagnosis. Dementia is a general term indicating that thinking and memory are impaired enough that day-to-day function is compromised, such as difficulty with grocery shopping, preparing meals, using a telephone, or balancing the checkbook. Saying that someone has dementia is like saying that someone has a headache. It doesn't imply anything about the underlying cause. Headaches can, of course, be caused by things that are benign, such as muscle tension or migraines, or by things that are much more serious, such as a brain tumor or a stroke. Similarly, dementia can also be caused by things that are relatively benign, such as a vitamin deficiency or a thyroid disorder, or by a more serious disorder such as Alzheimer's disease or frontotemporal dementia. However, since the public is not privy to the documents pertaining to Britney's conservatorship, it's difficult to speculate what exactly her diagnosis is or what the severity is. It may be that we will never know, unless some kind of trial commences. A conservatorship is not taken lightly, especially in the case of Britney, where all her affairs are being managed. I would think that the judge would require sufficient evidence proving her incapacitation in order to continue the conservatorship for as long as it has been. Again, it's difficult to speculate without seeing any evidence. And as a fan or someone looking from the outside, it is very frustrating because we don't know those facts. But unfortunately, it is her medical records, which I'm sure we can all understand why she would want that to be private, as we all do for our own medical records. But what we do know was that a page from a legal document was leaked, threatening contested litigation. I tried to find the legal document in its entirety, but I couldn't for some reason. But I did find an article from The Blast. They claimed they obtained the legal document in full. They didn't repost them, but they did report on them in quote from the document. So I am going to include this in here. I am going to take it with a grain of salt. But in my experience with the Johnny Depp case, The Blast has been quite fair, and they cover things that many media outlets refuse to. Hopefully it's reliable, but in my experience, The Blast is one of the better ones out there. The Blast quotes, "Britney is strongly opposed to James," her father, "continuing as sole conservator of her estate. Rather, without in any way waiving her right to seek termination of this conservatorship in the future, she strongly prefers to have a qualified corporate fiduciary appointed to serve in this role." The blast further reports that Britney may be considering to file to terminate the conservatorship as a whole, but has not done so at this point and is reserving the right to do so in the future. The blast quotes the filing as reading, "Without in any way waiving her right to seek termination of this conservatorship in the future, Britney would like Miss Montgomery's appointment as conservator of her person to be made permanent." Miss Montgomery was appointed, by the way, after her father became ill. Well, some reports differ. Some say that her father abused her son, and some say that he just simply fell ill. But Miss Montgomery was appointed in his place to take care of the conservatorship, and she's been doing so for almost the past year. The blast then goes on to quote Britney's lawyer. "For many reasons, I have concluded that any effort to achieve my client's objectives, as stated above, will be aggressively contested by James." He continues, "Britney herself has expressed to me a desire that we associate an attorney or law firm with substantial expertise in handling contested litigation in a highly complex case such as this one through trial." To make his point, Britney's lawyer described the unique specifics of the pop star's conservatorship over the years, breaking it down into 3 distinct phases. The first phase can be described broadly as triage. Her conservators rescued her from a collapse, exploitation by predatory individuals, and financial ruin, he says. He continued, "The second phase covered Britney's performing years. With the aid of a personal manager, a business manager, and many other individuals, Britney was able to regain her position as a world-class entertainer with multiple world tours, a television series, and a residency in Las Vegas. The Las Vegas residency ended December 31st, 2017, and her last live tour performance occurred on October 21st, 2018. Lastly, Britney's lawyer says the third phase involves her desire not to perform at this point in her life, and the change that is needed in her conservatorship. The third phase of the conservatorship reflects Britney's stated desire not to perform at this time. We are now at a point where the conservatorship must be changed substantially in order to reflect the major changes in her current lifestyle and her stated wishes." In the end, Britney's lawyer is asking the court to implement the changes to her conservatorship, which he believes is also in her best interest. It quotes, "Based on the foregoing, I respectfully recommend that this court seek input from all parties and make appropriate orders to facilitate the implementation of my client's wishes as stated above, which I also believe to be in her best interests," he states. Okay, so what are my final thoughts? I definitely think Britney's wishes should be honored. I don't know why she doesn't want her father involved in her financial affairs or her conservatorship, but we can only begin to imagine what a father would have to do to get that kind of treatment. In terms of ending the conservatorship, it's difficult to say without hard evidence. And so far from what we know, Britney herself isn't trying to end it, just change the terms of it. I can't really say in an educated way if I think she's incapacitated to the point of needing the conservatorship because her medical records aren't public. All I can really go by is her wishes. So if that's what Britney wants, I say let's go with that. If she wants to continue for now, but just without her father, I support her in that if that is what she wants. I just really hope that the court will look out for her best interests and follow her requests. From what it sounds like to me, Britney is starting to move towards wanting to end the conservatorship. Maybe getting rid of her father permanently would be the first step towards that. A lot of people have been saying that Jamie Spears, her father, has been exploiting her. And judging by the fact she filed this, it sounds like that might be true. I definitely support Britney 100%. I pray for the best outcome for her and her sons. I mean, he did exploit her. how horrible that must be. And if there was any truth to him abusing her son, like, that's awful. And I just want the best outcome for her and her family. That's all that I want. And whatever her wishes are, I support that. I really hope the courts do right by her tomorrow, and whether that means freeing Britney from her conservatorship altogether or just freeing her from the grips of her father, I think we should all stand with the Free Britney movement, at least, to that extent. Jamie Spears, her father, was calling the movement conspiracy theories, but since this is coming from Britney herself, and it's clear she doesn't want him involved, I think we should all support her in that, because that is her wish. And, imagine being in Britney's shoes at her age and not being able to have the freedom to control your own life. The least they could give her is honor her request to remove her father. That's the least they could do. And Britney, we are here with you. We stand with you, girl. And from my opinion, the reason why this was leaked is because maybe Britney did want the public to know that her father is toxic to some extent. That's the only thing I can think of. And because the hearing is tomorrow, maybe they wanted that word to get out there. Maybe they wanted that public push. That's the only thing I can think of why maybe it only was able to get leaked today, because who knows? It's hard to speculate, but that's honestly why I think that got leaked, is to give a further public push towards Jamie being removed from her conservatorship. But yeah, that's it for today's video, guys. Please comment down below what your thoughts are. I know this is really close to a lot of people's hearts. I know me personally, I have grown up with Britney. Most of us have. We love her, and we all just want the best for her. So yeah, comment down below. Yeah, hopefully all goes well for her tomorrow. I'll update you guys. Maybe I'll start following this case as well. I think I probably will. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys, and being here today. I really appreciate you all so much. And I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. Bye.